house that's done that I finished. This kicks ass. It like has an elevator on it where you crank, and then when it gets to the top, it drops. And like these doors open, and then it drops. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm waiting for there is a new one coming out that is a spaceship. That there was the original first like Lego set where you put it together was a spaceship, and they're putting out a spaceship, and I'm like amped about it. I can't wait to get it. And then I want that Bowser in October. I wish I could become like Jay's Brick Blog because they just mail that motherfucker Lego sets. Who? There's my dream gig TV show is somebody to follow me across the country, and I can walk from Maine to California and like interview people as I walk from Maine to California. Like that's my fucking dream.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I walk 25 miles a day during the summer anyway. So it wouldn't even be a big deal for me to do it. It would just be me doing what I normally do, but leaving where I live. But even then, if the earth is flat, it doesn't fucking matter at all.
It makes it easier, really. True. You're not gonna. It's not as much work on your legs.
I wish flat Earth meant there were no hills. Look out. All right, here's Kyrie.
You said you're joking, and then you weren't joking. So which is it?
Okay.
Good start.
You know what it was. You fucking know. When he said he was joking, it was to get people to stop bugging him online. I've apologized before. You know, I've had to apologize. The only real way to fucking do it is to just be like, you know, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it.
It's easy.
Yeah. Don't say you're joking though. Like I think I was joking is bad.
That's hard.
Yeah. You said you were joking and then you said you're serious. Why didn't he just stick with joking and then sit at home and be like, the earth is so flat? He's in public.
Well, I mean, hopefully after this, I'm done answering.
Good. Let's clear it up for good. You never have to be asked again.
For good. I mean, people are going to ask me regardless, but
I think this is really funny because now he's in the same situation now that he was in 2018 when this happened.
I mean, I'm just searching his name and the phrase flat earth on Twitter, and it's just constantly people are talking to this guy about being there's no living. He actually probably, instead of apologizing, he should have like tripled down on it and could have been like, he could have gotten like speaking gigs or something. He could have written a book. Oh yeah.
One of my dreams in this whole world is like I'm telling you all my hopes and dreams, I guess. One of my ideas.
That's the power of the apology, really. It opens you up. And
one of me and Brett's ideas very early on was to make a website for Street Fight that is a libertarian website where we just say that we're libertarians and it's got all this info. We would record a couple, like 2 or 3 fake libertarian podcasts so that if you click the link, it would play a libertarian podcast so that we could get hired to do libertarian conferences and then goof on them on stage. But very lazy when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But I think it would be so fun to convince people you're a libertarian and then do conferences and fucking.
Yeah, or even just like upload the same episodes, but with just like different title, different SEO, and send it into libertarian podcast world and see, maybe they'd be into it. Maybe you could just trick them that way.
my money like water. I'm drinking up all of my wine. People also don't care about the future. Said I won't, but I don't think I got the time. And I can't or won't, I'm not gonna do it anyhow. And there's nothing you can say, nothing you can say to make me now. And I can't or won't, I'm not gonna do it anyhow. Dark circles and I'm not getting any sleep. This has got it all across my mind. People also don't care about the future. Said I will, but I don't think I got the time. And I can't or won't, I'm not gonna do it anyhow. And there's nothing you can say, nothing you can say to me now. And I can't or won't, I'm not gonna do it anyhow. Time with your daughter, she's kind of like a friend of mine. She's born a lover like water. I'm feeding her all of my wine. And will you, I'm gonna do it anyhow. And there's nothing you can do, nothing you can do to stop me now. And will you, I'm gonna do it anyhow.
Patriot Takes is like a really stupid, like it's like a making fun of liberals, but like, or making fun of conservatives, but in like a really crummy,
It's
not
like
funny
it's
way.
like the libs of TikTok guy, right? Like it's
Yeah. No, it is it is there. It's like the Krasensteins if they were doing like The Onion.
I was about to say it seems like something run by the Crass. Well, it says they're partnered with Midas Touch, and I recognize that name. I feel like that's like Krasenstein adjacent, maybe. But
It
that's one of
is.
those like what is it? Occupy Democrats, which is run
Yes.
by like a different set of identical twins from Florida, apparently.
No,
Which is
they got in trouble last week. Occupy
really?
Democrats did.
I didn't. What did they do?
They didn't apologize
Oh, okay.
because they're so like they don't care. But they what they did was they outed somebody's daughter, a Republican politician's daughter, and or that they had been outed, and they started like hitting her with shots for like being like gay and having conservative parents.
Right.
So people were like, that's inappropriate. I don't think you should do that.
Yeah. The Krasensteins are apparently in like a big like Bitcoin scam thing right now.
Hello, Street Fighters. You know what time it is. You're here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday night. It's time for a street fight with Brett and Brian. We've been doing this now for over 10 years here on WCRS LP FM in Columbus, Ohio, 92.7, 98.3 on your radio dial. You can find us and other wonderful programming made here in Columbus and beyond. They've got some really good shit. If you're local, put it on the stations and listen to that instead of the other horse shit, instead of Dave and Jimmy in the morning. I'm sure we have a lot of Dave and Jimmy in the morning listeners, crossover. So
Not anymore. You got it.
we want to nudge them out.
You attack
We
them,
don't
motherfucker.
politely see the door if you're a Dave and Jimmy listener. But for the rest of you that stuck around, hooray, you made it to the #1 anarcho-comedy radio show on any station across the nation. We do it the best that's ever been done.
So anyhow,
and
we're
we'll
good and we're ready to go.
to do so with the assistance
Sorry.
of a flub by Mr. Brian Quinby. How's it going?
Oh, I'm so happy. We have so much to do today. Well, we have one thing to do that's going to take up the whole show.
Okay.
Right? I have something. I have not done a show since Sunday. I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't know. But people have been attacking me on the internet for like 3 days because I made a list of bodily functions ranked. And the go-off kings are talking about it. Everybody's yelling about my list of bodily functions.
Really?
Oh, God. Yeah, everybody is. People...
Controversial?
Very. Apparently. I don't think it's controversial, but I have to come here and address my haters because it's been just constant. So I will read the list real quick for Brett. We're going to knock this out in a few minutes. And... I'm going to...
Well, today we went to see Camp Shameless. If you don't know what that is, it's a homeless encampment here in Columbus, Ohio, on Mound Street. A bunch of people that decided to make permanent structures, take over a lot, and build a community. They've got some awesome plans in the works, and we went and hung out with Elizabeth and Texas and Gigi today. And want you to follow along. If you follow Innate Optimist on Twitter, great name, you can find all the information there. Brian, I think you tweeted about it too.
I did, yeah. Let me give you the...
It's a harm reduction space, and they spend a lot of money on weed, so we need street fight people to send weed money to them because it keeps everybody chill, you know? But they've been able to be like secondary housing for, they said, up to 14 people at a time. For people to get a little bit of residency and some stableness to find a better situation. And they don't have any fucking rules like the bullshit ass churches and state run operations go. And even the nonprofits, they have no rules. It's all, like they said, hard-headed people that don't fit in the system. But they have a really good community going on there. It's fucking awesome. It's great. It was wonderful
excellent.
people. Yeah.
It was excellent. And it's www.first-collective.org is where their GoFundMe is, and it's just their link tree. So anything that you can do to help them, that would be really great. They are really doing important stuff. It was a very cool place to check out. I mean, and the people there were great. So help them out.
Yeah, and you can even send, if you look it up, you can send them mail. 905 East Mound Street, if you want to send any food, supplies, anything that would be helpful for harm reduction and to help them keep things moving. 905 East Mound Street in Columbus, Ohio is the address.
Yes.
43205.
Please send them stuff. I'm going to take them some batteries tomorrow because they're having trouble with charging batteries tomorrow.
Yeah, they're working on building permanent structures now, small, tiny homes, basically, like microtel in the smallest amount you can think of, with like a community center in the middle for the kitchen and bathrooms and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But they have a company donating porta potties for them. It's all very fucking cool.
It is very cool. It was a very nice place.
And the cops leave them alone apparently, but also kind of tell them they're fucked if anything happens, you know. So
yes,
it's kind of that malicious compliance thing.
That's the cops. Them's the
They're
cops.
not helpful. Yeah, I wouldn't rely on them anyways. They're bastards.
Yeah, they don't want to call the cops anyway.
I know. Yeah, they're not. But
they're not like cop calling types. All right. So here's where I attack my enemies. I shoot across this line. This tweet went really viral and people got really passionate about it. And number one, in the bodily functions.
Favorites?
This is number
best
one is
ones.
the best.
Start with
Number
the-
8 is the worst.
You gotta do block party style.
You want to go worst?
Yeah, because I like to build up to what the number 1 is.
All right, coughing is number 8. That's the
Like
worst.
really
one.
hard.
I hate coughing. It's like the worst.
Okay.
It's a bad feeling. Now this one is a little weird. Okay.
I love coughing so hard you see fucking stars. Isn't that the best?
No.
When you lose, it's like doing a whip it for free. It's just everything goes static electricity, and you're just like,
That's so bad.
It's the fucking Black Sabbath shit. Dude.
It's the worst
Bow
feeling.
down, bow down. That's what I think of when I think of coughing. Is Sweet Leaf.
Number 7. Shitting.
Number 7. Did you start with 5?
I did 8. So
Oh,
now
you
we're on
did
number
8.
7.
Oh, 8 was coughing.
8 was coughing. 7's shitting. Now
What?
that changes. If it's diarrhea, that makes it number 3.
Okay.
So if it's diarrhea, it's number 3. But shitting just on a daily basis, that's a number 7. I do not like that at all. I hate it.
I'm
It's
with
the
you so
worst.
far. I think diarrhea is fun and
I love
funny,
it.
and it makes me laugh. Sometimes when you're shitting so crazy and you start laughing, it's like a little bit of a, like I said, these are all simple joys. You don't need drugs or alcohol to get a high from them.
Exactly.
But shitting turns bad on you. As someone that had a fucked up asshole for a whole year.
Yep.
Like when you're standing on your hands doing like
Yes.
gymnastic shit.
Thank you.
And like wiggling your toes, like.
The
It can
wiping
go
part.
really bad on you.
Even
Shitting's the worst I've had.
Yeah, the part where you have to wipe is like, get the fuck. I don't know why. Everybody's yelling at me. That's the best one. That's the best one. You're fucking crazy. And I'm like, everything about it is bad.
Shit blood once and it puts it to the bottom.
If I could get rid of one thing, it's that. It's even, I'll cough.
You wanna sew
I don't
up the
mind
butthole?
coughing. Yeah, I don't mind coughing. And number 6, by the way, is farting. I don't like farting either.
That's stupid. Now that's fun and funny and enjoyable. That's always good. It
Embarrassing,
doesn't hurt.
smells
It can get
bad.
awkward and you can shit yourself. But no, farting should be honestly 1 or 2. One of the best jokes ever written, really.
Well, you haven't heard number 1 and 2.
I know.
5, sneezing. Kind of a pain in the ass, really.
It's a good way to draw attention to yourself because you can just scream as loud as you want. It's an excuse to just scream in the middle of a JC Penney.
True. Yeah, people do go crazy sneezing. And I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie here. I do like the feeling of sneezing.
Yeah,
to tell
it's
you
cool.
the truth. It's like a nice little thing,
Once again, it's like you're dead for like a half a second. It's just like you disappear. And you're like, where was I? I was driving a car. Oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
I sneezed.
Number 4, hawking lugs.
That's
I like
100% status. That's not necessary at all. That's only for pleasure.
I know. And
So
it's
that has to
great.
be, why isn't that 1?
It's incredible. Well, because you'll
What's the
hear number
downside?
1 and you'll agree. I
Because
promise.
your lugs dry up or you can't draw one?
No. I mean, it just feels good when you're like breathing and then you have lug in there and then you hawk
you are.
it.
And I
it's
want to see
gone,
what
it's
this
clear.
what you're talking about. I've never. No.
Number 3, pissing. I like pissing.
Okay.
Not too bad. I do
It
have
hurts,
to do it
man.
too much.
It can
too
hurt
much.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, once again, once you see blood, it's like, this isn't fun anymore.
Now, here's where everybody starts yelling at me. Here's where we go. Number 2, barfing.
Okay, I agree.
Barfing. I love barfing.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll just do number 1 real quick. Nutting, which is obvious.
Okay.
You gotta say number 1.
Trick joke.
Yeah, you gotta like nut.
Expending waste. Sexual waste.
Yeah, that's the best. But barfing being number 2 is what they've been yelling.
I
at
love
me
to barf.
for. Me too.
I used to do it. It was a teenage thing for me. We would like get bored and just buy a gallon of milk and everybody would try to drink it. And then we would just be running around the streets throwing up everywhere. We'd go on a long walk and try to drink a gallon of milk and just throw up. Or do it in buckets, do it in the backyard. I like throwing up.
People have been yelling at me about barfing for
I haven't
3
thrown
days.
up. I haven't thrown up blood though. I gave blood as like my what makes peeing and pissing not fun. Bloody vomit also not fun.
2 reasons barfing's good, and these are very street fight reasons. Number 1, you barf one time, you get to go home from work.
True.
That's-
I mean, it's a get out of anything card.
Yeah. Number 2, the cleanup isn't too bad.
No way. I'm nervous forever. If Barf touches something, I'm like, well, we have to get new carpet. Like, I'm just
But
going to take a
you
razor
can get
knife
to
and
the
cut
toilet.
that out, I guess.
God, I just go to the
I don't
toilet
touch-
immediately.
I mean, it gets so... And when someone does it in a car, when you're cleaning on the inside of a car, you're like, I can't drive this car with this knowledge. I have to sell it to JD Byrider.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what. And people are now in the chat saying, but doesn't barfing mean you're feeling bad?
No, I barf when I'm having fun.
I mean, maybe.
Sometimes you're like, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. Barfing's kind of a silly goof thing to do too. And it fixes everything.
It does solve a lot of I'm like, sometimes I agree. Like I said, I was pro barfing. I then realized very early on, just do it fast. People waddle around doing dances for 45 minutes around the house, being uncomfortable, trying to do all this stuff. It's like, just get in there and get it over with. Stop being afraid. Yeah. Embrace the barf.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, there's a POD cast episode on the Patreon that I'm sure most of you have never heard. But right before the show, I felt horrible. Like I was sweating. I was miserable. I walked into that bathroom in this building because my power was out, I walk into that bathroom. I throw up like 3 times. No mess. Doesn't get on anything. It goes right in the toilet. And then I come back in here. I do a podcast. I feel normal as hell. It's just, there is something so...
It's like blowing your nose.
Yeah.
It's a number 3.
You.
It's a number 3.
Yeah, it is. It's like blowing your nose.
Yeah, that's maybe not, but...
No, it is.
Trigger
it's
warning.
great. It's
trigger
great.
warning at the end.
Yeah, it's great. But so yeah, that's why I like barfing. I know that people are trying to parse this as saying I like the relief you feel when you're done. But like, if you're gonna sit around and tell me that you like shitting, and like it doesn't have anything to do with the relief when you're done, then you're lying to me. Because what's so fun about the rest of it's such an embarrassing thing to do. I hate it. Ugh.
Doo-doo?
Yeah. And farting. Those 2 things are embarrassing to me.
Really?
Yeah, I find it so embarrassing. I don't want my wife to really know I'm doing it, even though she knows I do it. But like, if I was dating again, that would be a fucking nightmare for me. A nightmare.
Well, you're good. You just don't get serious. Because that's what sucks is because everybody is polite at the beginning and then you get serious and it's like, oh no, now we're back to this. Now we're back to I forgot to close the door. I had to go real bad. And it's like, stop it.
No, but I mean, for me, it's like...
Not you. I'm a backslider.
I would have to run to the gas station. Like if I started dating again, I'd just be like, I gotta go to... Like I gotta go to Myers. I gotta run to Meyer real quick. And then come back like feeling fresh, you know what I mean? And then come back and say I gotta take a shower. Oh, it's a mess. That's such a mess down there. So
it's not for me. I mean, I use wipes and I dig it out, and I'm fine.
Well,
I get my booty ate. So
I have a bidet, so I don't worry about that.
So why would you leave home base then?
Because sometimes I gotta be gone.
But
some of the things that happened when we were on tour was criminal.
Yeah, I know. It was. I agree. You got some PTSD. He had a man with a 9-foot pole come in the room and try to battle it like Ahab, like he was spearfishing a fucking whole grain loaf of bread that some kid had stomped into the pipes.
Yeah, it just was bad news. I think it's what got us kicked out of the hotel.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't happy about that for sure. He's like, get him out. If this man stays in your hotel another night, he's going to cost you $1,000 in plumbing damage.
It was bad. It was bad.
Sorry.
So that's me defending myself. Let's get to what we came. Let's get to what we came in to do. Yeah, +1 for that man. Thank you. Yeah, everybody thank that man. Guy. He had the longest thing, and he was just cramming it in the toilet. And
he was like getting lifted off the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, and it happened more
density.
than once.
It was like a piece of you dropped a piece of black hole. Right.
Oh, dude, 4th of July did the same thing at my house.
Something so magnetic,
and I had to go buy. I almost went and bought this thing.
Jaws of Life.
It kind of is, dude. It kind of is. It's like it's kind of shaped like a wedge, and it does a accordion. Sort of
bellows,
and you put it on top of the turlet.
Okay.
And you just push down, and it unclogs. And I almost went and bought one of those because I got so nervous.
It goes over the whole top?
It goes over the whole top. You pull up the seat, and then you get this thing. It goes over the whole top. You boom. Because I already have a fucking powerful plunger at my house. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think I needed sometimes I feel like I need more. So that's just what's going on.
Okay.
That's why
Wow.
I don't like to crap everybody.
You people, you stupid asses, you second guessed him and then he had to explain himself. You could have just looked at it and not been a problem. Now you asked him to explain himself and look what we're stuck with here.
Oh, I have been. Somebody said I need an oversized trucker toilet.
Do they make those wide load toilets?
Well, they do. When you go to like a most hotels or public places, they have like really powerful toilets. And when I was in Mackinac Island, I had to go to the bathroom at a hotel. Unfortunately, a guy came in to brush his hair.
Oh, no. I mean, brother, come on. You can smell the derriere around here.
Yeah. And I had to
out.
just run out of there as fast as I could because I broke the toilet. And I was just like, well, now this guy knows I did. He knows who did it. This guy, he's in there brushing his fucking hair. And I'm just like, I run. I don't know if he was waiting for me, but he was fucked.
Yeah, I don't know if we all agree on that, but we should be timing our exits and entrance and exits so that we don't run into each other.
I agree. I think on the bathroom.
I think millennials and Gen Z can come together on that one to just be like, just make sure I don't see you and you don't see me. We're like ships in the night.
I've always felt that way. I have always felt that like if one person's in the stall and one person's outside the stall, then the person outside the stall has to hurry up and get out of there before stall guy gets out, because we shouldn't have to look at each other after what we just did in there, you know?
This is a shame.
All right, here we go, everybody. This is what we're going to do. Jim Breuer, I told you 2 weeks ago, released a comedy special.
Oh, no. A comedy special? Oh, like on Comedy Central?
Oh,
like the old days.
Yep. They picked him up for premium blend.
Okay.
It's one of his premium blend sets. He put it on YouTube, which we know also. I want to say, I got two things to say before we start this Jim Breuer special. One, mic technique is atrocious in this. I thought I had to reboot my phone and I had to fucking delete my AirPods off the phone and reconnect them because I thought something happened that made everything too quiet. Because he's fucking 8 feet away from the microphone talking.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, it's so bad. I had to test. I was like looking through different things to make sure. Like I was like, let me watch another video. It'd be perfectly loud. I go back to him. I can barely hear the guy.
Okay.
So he's a professional. And that's what he does?
He ripped somebody off or got some proud boy to do it for free.
I don't know. This is okay. Before we get into this, I'm going to talk about this. Okay.
Ooh, I want to say Barbalodian in the chat, put your Venmo or Cash App if you need help, and we'll just say it and see if people want to be generous.
Yeah, we can do that.
They had a plumbing emergency
at their dad's house. So
related to turlets.
Yeah, get us a Venmo. We'll help it out. But here's what I'm saying. The other thing about this is I did the whole video. It's an hour, 4 minutes. I watched the whole thing. Listen, didn't watch.
You did?
I did.
Why?
I did.
Wait, you were on your phone?
Yes, on my phone walking.
Okay.
I just had it playing.
You had it playing while you were walking.
Yeah. So,
oh God,
I'm listening to Jim Breuer, and I realized that like the comedy he's doing, the types of jokes that he does, means that conservative people have to pretend he's funny. And then that got in my head a little bit because I'm thinking about...
they got the worst Kanye. They took on the worst of Kanye with open arms. I'm like, we were telling you. You guys complained, said he was arrogant. We were like defending him to the death, said he deserved to be arrogant for how good his goddamn music was.
Yeah.
And then you took him as soon as shit went downhill. As soon as he was like, I'm not going to go get fucking help.
And it's funny because like, I'm talking about... I think like when I think about somebody, I'm talking about somebody very particular, and who that is Anthony Cumia.
Okay.
Who is a guy who spent over 20 years, I think, maybe, calling comedians hacks.
Yeah.
And does not think this is bad. And Brett, I sent you a clip earlier because I wanted you to see it because so back in 2011 when me and Brett were doing a lot of open mics, we went to this one every week that we preferred over all the other ones.
Did you send the clip?
I sent it to you.
Oh, you did?
In in a chat in our text chain. I sent you the clip.
I missed it.
So there was this guy that shows up. His name is Spike. I can play it for you. We'll play it for the audience here. Because I'm not going to play it as part of the show. Just give me 1 second to get it up here.
Oh yeah, I got the text and I read that, and then you sent the video like right afterwards, and I just
let me explain.
Moved on to something else.
Let me explain Spike real quick.
Yeah,
Spike was an older guy who came to do stand up for his first time, and his whole thing was about his whole stand-up set was about going to eat at a Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah.
And it was roughly the most racist thing I've ever heard. It was so racist, but
it turned Brian on golfers forever.
And comedy.
I think that night you were like, yeah, because this guy had like on a fucking golf shirt, and he had that like that red face of just like an alcoholic salesman with white hair that's done whatever the fuck he want. And they went in front of the whole room, and he just made fun of fucking did English, and just the worst impression I've ever seen of Japanese, like a 1970s Archie Bunker ass shit.
But also, if I'm being generous, I'm going to be very generous right here for everybody. If it was if it was okay to do that stuff, if it wasn't like racist and like problematic, it was still like,
oh yeah,
20 years too late to do
yeah, it's like 70 Archie's Bunker shit. I mean,
yeah,
just
and
the worst fucking jokes. And I don't know, I guess, I mean, I would have been more vocal at the time, but like we were so new, and it was like, we don't want to make waves, and that's how people do that shit. But also, he was just a tourist. Did we ever see him again?
You never saw him again.
I never saw him again. Yeah.
Here, so listen to this, Brett.
And then my soul would be touched by the music. Bong, bang, dong,
Oh shit,
Oh, shit.
I'm an idiot. Sorry, I'm really...
Hold on, we got to go back. Brett didn't have his headphones in.
Camp Shameless got a blunt rotation going.
All right, here we go, Brett.
And then my soul would be touched by the music. Bong, bang, dong, bong. Bing, dong, bing, dong, bong, bong.
This-
Bing, bang, bong, bong, bing,
What's he
bong,
talking
bong,
about? Is he talking about going to China?
Eating at a Chinese restaurant.
Just that's it?
Yes. And he did English before that.
This is like Richard Nixon level, like humor of
Laughing.
like, oh, these people are crazy. They've got these stringed instruments I've never heard.
They would do it on Laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
But he
Chicken teriyaki.
Yeah.
That would be a joke on like
that would be
some variety show with Sonny and Cher.
So the way we're gonna handle this tonight, we're just gonna play it because I tried to cut audio and found it very difficult to leave anything out.
Oh God, the whole thing.
No,
we're
not
doing
gonna do
free
the whole
advertisement.
thing. Probably do like the first 15
Thank us,
minutes.
Jim Breuer.
of it.
We're turning so many young minds onto you.
Yeah, and people that are really gonna love this, I think. And we're gonna have video up for the people watching the stream.
On Barbalodian. Oh, I thought it was Barbalodian. J-D-158 on Venmo. JAY/-DEE-158. Hope that makes sense.
All right, here we go, Jim. It's time to go, baby.
No.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go.
It's just also. He's just like, remember these times when you could be really fucking ignorant?
Oh, God.
Do you remember how ignorant we all were and how great it was when we never had to consider other human beings and that we were just in charge of everything and everybody felt bad for not being a fucking white Christian man?
Something that you also are not going to hear on this, that is near the end of the special, the man has true contempt for his daughters. She came back from college. He's pissed because she calls things racist and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
no.
then the punchline at the end, I swear to God, is she went to college and came back the R word.
Nice.
He said that about his daughter.
That's good. That's a good one. I mean, I'm 7th grade, 1995. Would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about myself, that would have killed with me.
So here we go.
When I was 9 or 10.
Let me ask you this, Brett. What do you think he opens with? What kind of material do you think he opens with on this special? I mean, just guess.
I don't think they have fun. I don't know. He's going to act like he's having fun. He's going to pretend like it's a joyous thing happening, but I don't think their hatred can ever rest. So I think he's going to immediately go into COVID. I think he's going to...
ding, 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 ding.
I think it's a, like, why don't you wear a face diaper? Why'd you wear a face diaper? Where's your face diaper? That's what I'm expecting.
Uh-oh.
That shit.
Comes out to Metallica, it sounds like.
Unfortunate. They should do a cease and desist on his ass.
But they love him.
I know.
You know, they love him.
Don't fucking remind me. That's when Megadeth is better.
He looks like 60 years. He's 60 years old. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
All right.
Can you imagine cheering for that? This guy. Okay, here he goes.
It's time to hear the truth.
Wow. Well, thank you all for coming out and risking your lives.
People falling over.
Yeah. Oh God.
There's still people going, you're not really going out in public indoors, are you?
Oh my God. See how bad his mic technique is too.
Delta, the Omega, the Charlie Brown.
Stay inside. This is never ending.
Oh, that's why they have to turn it up. They have to turn it really low because when he goes, he's always sucking on it and doing his little thing.
He hasn't told a joke yet. I'm going to say that. No joke. And I'm going to be very generous with jokes tonight, I feel.
Okay.
It's my duty to be generous to say when I've heard a joke.
People laughed when he said, you're risking your lives.
You can kind of do that.
That's sarcasm. You don't count sarcasm?
Okay. We'll let him have that as a joke, I guess. But
I died. They were falling over in their chairs.
they were. They get nuts. I can't. It's going to make you feel really bad that there was this amount of people to go nuts for this. I promise. Because, like, this looks like it's being filmed in a theater. This is not a comedy club.
It sounds like he only did one take, though. He only had one take to work from because, it's not good enough.
The mic levels are just insane.
Jeez Louise.
So proud of himself.
Holy crow.
What happened to this country?
Well, yeah.
People would just stay in the basement. How long am I supposed to stay there?
Quarantine was not bad. Quarantine was nothing. It was hanging out at home.
It's over
for most people.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty much over.
Gone. It's been gone for 2 years now.
Yeah. Well, I think the first time I went out was in early 2021. Mm-hmm. This guy's still so mad. Like, what is?
Yeah, he never was stopped.
No, he did. That's the other fucking
He's had
thing.
it half dozen times now.
Yeah,
and he never was restricted. He can't say our friend Jake Flores. He has a really good joke about how the government came to his house about the jokes that he made.
Yeah.
He has no funny interactions about how he was like thrown into a police car or arrested. He has no good stories about having to go downtown and go to jail for not wearing a mask. He's been completely free the whole time.
Well, do you remember the time he told the lie joke? It was less of a lie. He was on Kumia's show when we were listening to him that time. And he said that him and his friends would hang out outside at the coffee shop and people would drive by and take pictures of him and report him to the police.
Who?
Jim Breuer said that on one of the times we listened to him. You remember?
I don't remember that.
He said people were getting. He said, "I swear to God, people were getting in accidents trying to take pictures of us and report us to the police for drinking coffee outside of a coffee shop."
Sure.
And
paparazzi trying to set him up.
Huge lie. Huge lie.
Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. Meanwhile, they're getting their haircuts without masks. Without masks. Without masks.
We'll come get you in a safe.
God forbid we protect old people.
I know. So he's a homosexual still.
Yeah.
You think we should kill all those old people? Yeah.
Here he goes, baby. He's going to go off on us.
The vaccinators, you were real cocky a couple months ago.
Still am. I'm still pretty cocky. Honestly, I'm still pretty cocky. I'm going to the movies and doing stuff that I want to do. I'm feeling pretty cocky. I got vaccinated. I hope to get the 4th shot as soon as possible.
Yeah, I know 2 unvaccinated people that are dead. One of them my age. And everyone I know that had the vaccine has not gone to the hospital.
Or died.
Yeah.
They haven't been dying either, you know? Getting the vaccine was a pretty smart move, in my opinion. It made me feel sick for like one day. That was bad, you know? Look, listen. Nobody wants to feel sick for one day, but nobody wants to die from a preventable disease either. I mean, but that's what it makes it to me, too, is with the vaccine, it's like, well, I mean, why should we try not to prevent it? Like, why are you yelling at people about getting a vaccine?
Well, yeah, my one dude, their whole family, all the men were like, no, we don't trust that, you know, science. They were trying to pretend like they make their own decisions. And then their fucking brother died and they all went like immediately and were like, we don't really know that much about that. Now that I say it, like, I don't think we know much about this shit,
yes,
actually.
Exactly. Here he goes.
Strutting.
Oh,
he flubbed it. You gotta do more than 3. You gotta do more than 1 take because he didn't flip the arm up.
He didn't get the arm flipped up.
He didn't nail it. He had one move. He was going to the camera to show that someone was proudly showing their bicep, but he wore the wrong shirt.
Do you feel like...
I said bicep.
Do you... dude, the other day I added a T to the end of something that made me sound like the dumbest human in the world. I wish I could remember it.
We're trying to I'm dumber than him. That's what I'm trying to prove here, people.
Yeah,
if it's dumb you're looking for, I haven't done nearly as much traveling or education as he probably has.
Yes.
19.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
I can't get sick from the corona.
He wasn't listening. If you would stop just making noises, Jim. Adults are talking in here. They wanted to tell you about risks and things. Jim, stop yelling. Stop pretending you're a pterodactyl.
Yeah, nobody... That's also... You're right. That's the thing. Every time somebody tried to explain things to him, he acted like a pterodactyl.
I'm the know-it-all seal.
I do want to say this. Like, he does seem like he's a true fucking know-it-all.
They all are. I mean, they're not. It's not know-it-all. It's just refuse to let you win. What these all people have in common is that they're never going to say that they didn't know. They're never going to admit they were wrong ever, or that they didn't know anything, and that they've always known things forever, and they've always been right, and they know what to do always, and have never slipped. I mean, that's like the whole conservative mindset.
And that's what I admire about them, to tell you the truth. I wish
they
I could
got
live
it together so much.
Yeah, I wish I could
so
live
jealous
that life
of their lives. Yeah,
I wish I could live the life of the people that are like sticking up for Chuck Wendig for getting the Internet Archive in trouble. Have you seen that shit?
No.
This dipshit wrote a fucking a Star Wars book, found it on the Internet Archive, and now he's got him in court, and it might have to fucking come down.
No.
And you have no idea how important the Internet Archive is for Shocktober.
Everything.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
it's a Wikipedia,
right, and I'm saying, like, as a person, the reason I say for Shocktober is because I'm not a historian, and I'm not doing archiving or history, and I use it for there's stuff there that you just can't get anywhere.
Ephemera. It's a library. We need those.
Yeah, and there
digital
are
library. There weren't a lot. The libraries at that time were not saving all the audio of radio that was happening at the time. In the 90s, the library didn't have like a live tape recorder making MP3s of all of Howard Stern's fucking shows.
Exactly. And Howard Stern is trying to rewrite his history, so like he is hiding anything that he thinks could get him canceled, which means like a lot of his stuff is like sort of lost now, and like it really frustrates me that there are people defending this guy saying like you would want to get paid for your work.
No,
it's like, bro, he wrote a book for fucking Disney. You know what I mean? I'm sure he got paid.
Yeah. And also, like I've always said, me and you, I mean, Brian will pay $280 a month for streaming services instead now that he can.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't have the money, you would be pirating. You would be stealing it. Here's the thing. If I want that Star Wars book, I would pull it up on my Kindle device and I would use my associated credit card and I would buy it for $15.99 if I had $15.99. I'm out here scrounging the internet archives, trying to convert it into the right kind of PDF to get on this Nook I got from a garage sale.
Exactly.
So what the fuck do you care?
I know. I don't know why he cares, but the reason I brought him up is because fuck him, first of all. But secondly, there are people like out there just defending
Of
him,
course.
saying that like piracy makes it so you can't make a living as an artist and shit like that.
Disney
It's
don't
like,
count. Conglomerates
Yeah.
don't count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Don't
Disney.
steal. Yeah. Don't steal from Sonic Youth. Even though they probably are owned by some
They'd be
horrible
fine
place.
with it.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't steal from Body Farm in Columbus, Ohio.
I actually posted like yesterday. I actually said to somebody the other day is like, I vividly remember when me and you were on the road and we got a text from somebody that said Shocktober's on a torrent site and we got really fucking excited about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't get paid by the people who put that on there, but it was
They
an
wanted to hear it
incredible
bad.
honor. Yeah.
People want to hear it bad enough.
Yeah, people that can pay for stuff pay for it. Believe me. I don't
Yeah.
pirate shit.
I feel the same way about food at the store. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather not have to figure out how to get this food outside of this place because there's cameras and there's laws and there's a guy with a gun at the front.
Yes.
But if I have to, I will. I'm very good at it, actually.
Yeah, I stole like 8 caramellos today.
Oh, can I? Oh, go ahead.
for it.
No, go ahead.
I stole like 8 caramellos today. Even though I had the money to buy them, I just didn't want to pay for 8 of them because it was going to be like $20.
Yeah.
So I just rung up 3 of them.
Nice.
Was like, yeah, just pay, whatever.
I felt so bad, dude. Like, it took like the wind out of my sails. I saw the story about a guy that went to Kroger and just filled up a cart full of Tide and energy drinks and pushed it out the front door, right?
Yeah. We've talked about that before.
Right. But he made it to the edge of the property and was like trying to find whoever was going to drive him away or whatever. And somebody from Kroger chased him down and he flashed a gun at her and was just kind of like, get out of here, which is the problem. This is the street.
She shouldn't have followed him.
Yeah, exactly. And you should respect criminals.
Yeah.
People should respect criminals as someone that like, you can't just go walk up on them and tattletale on them. Like,
I mean, why would you chase him down? You're really not supposed to do that. You
I
shouldn't
know.
ever do it.
I know.
If somebody fucking robs you at your house also, please don't chase them down. Just let them take what they got and then figure it out later. You're not fucking Death Wish.
I feel yeah. I feel terrible for the guy though because now there's like all these people looking for him because now he's like brandished a weapon and it's like he could have just walked out of there no problem and that fucking elevated things and I felt bad because he didn't have a mask on he just walked out the fucking place and you have to be pretty goddamn desperate to do that.
Yeah.
I mean and also like you're taking those to what, the flea market?
Yeah.
So like you're working, you're on the clock.
Yeah.
You have to get these out of the store for free and then get them to the flea market and then do sales and marketing to get rid of them.
Yeah. Usually they take them to the flea market or put them on Facebook Marketplace
Yeah.
for really cheap.
Because I was thinking about, I was like, energy drinks, that's weird. And then I was like, wait a second. If someone said I have 24 energy drinks for $1 a piece, I would be like, I'll buy them.
I know.
Do you have more?
I know.
I have like $500 I could spend on it if you got them.
I know. Exactly.
If it's $1 a
Energy
piece.
drinks-
If it was $1 ghost, yeah.
Energy drinks are genius.
Max the credit card.
Absolutely a genius
I've selling to my
thing
friends for
take.
2.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. It is like a perfect like thing that people don't want to spend a bunch of money on.
I felt so
but
bad for
want.
the guy though, because like you're just becoming like the villain. It was a black dude, and like you're just walking out, and like society fucking hates you and pushes you to these fucking limits, and you're just like, I need money. I'm out of money, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm just having one fucking chance to just steal all this shit. Is what I'm going for.
Did you
pissed
see
me
those
off.
poll numbers yesterday about people thinking which direction the country's going in?
Oh no, I don't want to know that.
Well, you do. Maybe. Young voters, they finally, young Democrats, as a matter of fact, they polled 29% approve of the direction the world's going in. And I saw a bunch of people getting mad at young people for that statistic. And all I have to say is things keep getting worse. And we haven't even been given any help at all. None.
Yeah,
Absolutely none.
I would say to those people, stop worrying about those arguments from the first time Trump came around. We're going to get hammered in the fucking head on 2024. So build a separate
Get to
society
something
instead.
else. Yeah, you're gonna have to figure something out.
You need to know someone with a big house that you can make your permanent residence at some point. You need to be able to know where to get a. You have more important things now to worry about fucking statistics about young people. You know?
Yeah,
because because the Democrats are going to hand this over
take
to a fucking real ass dictator that's coming around next time. And people are so pissed and so annoyed and it thinks shit's so bad right now. Doesn't matter what's fair, doesn't matter what's right, doesn't matter where it lies. It's just how people feel, and that's perfect for them to grab a hold of shit and say, like, you know, these fucking leftists are causing problems. These fucking homeless, these fucking immigrants, these black people,
trans people.
I mean, the trans people that's the harbinger. That's the albatross.
That's what they're going after.
That's who we have to protect the most. And you have to explain to other people, like, you may think it's weird. That's fine for you. We cannot support people that are attacking folks. We have to allow everyone have the right to be fucking weird.
You also might think that
I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm just saying that's just like, that's where I'm at this point, begging and pleading with people. Is like, it doesn't fucking matter what you think. Your complacency is putting people in place. Your like half-assed republicanism is hateful and is going to get people fucking murdered.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with trans people if you don't want to.
Right.
You don't.
I also think,
and you probably don't even know if you don't even fucking know.
You know, and if
they
you
have
do
no
know
fucking
some,
clue.
they're not safe enough to.
Yeah, they would never
around
tell you.
Yeah, they ain't fucking telling you, brother. But yeah, it's weird. I think that's the thing that I hate the most about the Democrats, because they did this in 2004 too. They basically left gay people out on the hook in 2004 because they thought it would lose them an election.
Yeah.
And
they want to be more hateful.
And what's the point in winning? What's the fucking point in winning if we're selling out our people?
This is what we get when we win. It's we're losing so much ground.
Yeah, we get nothing if we win. Okay, Jim, what you got to say about that?
Bucket of virus. I'm vaccinated.
I don't even know what that was.
I didn't miss it too. Oh, and they're very bold now that they're vaccinated.
Yeah, unlike you.
I don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah. Okay.
People vaccinated are getting sick. What?
Yeah.
You need a new booster. What?
This guy he's so arrogant,
So smarter
that the universe is his mind.
Exactly.
He's the center of everything.
He is.
Because there's no science that exists outside of him. There's no study. There's no level of human knowledge outside of him.
Right. There is. I mean, and he's the best symbol of this that I've seen. That he is literally.
He's stupid enough to say it.
Yeah. And he is what goes on in a conservative's brain.
Yes.
What he is saying is what goes on when you argue with these people.
Yeah.
Like, he will never say he was wrong. Ever.
Right.
No matter how wrong. He could be dying in his deathbed from COVID. His wife could die because of COVID. And he...
Jim Dalton, he's like, hey!
He can't do the goat noise.
Yeah, he can't
his
anymore.
lungs capacity is so diminished.
But his tongue flaps out just like Goat Boy. He ends in a perfect Goat Boy fat. His eyes bust out of his head and go sideways, and his tongue goes the other. All right, Jim.
Who wants to see a ball game?
Oh, he does the seal. He does the seal.
We're doing a seal now.
Seals are fun.
What is the seal, though?
Wave your flipper.
Seals are cool and cute and comradely. What are seals?
Are seals
don't
supposed to
we-
be stupid?
I can think of a. I'm not gonna say it. I made up a bad reason. I don't know why seals are stupid. I don't know.
I've never heard them as being.
They get bludgeoned to death
because they're asking for fish.
They do get bludgeoned to death.
Well, they're
also
asking for
begging.
fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're circus animals. That's why they're easily domesticated.
Yeah, they're asking for fish, and they'll do stuff for fish. And I guess that's what he's saying, like Dr. Fauci is holding a vaccine in his hand above our heads, and we're going, give me a shirt. And I am, to tell you the truth.
You were. You definitely were guilty.
Yeah.
He got you.
And I
got
want
him.
another.
I'm in the crowd. I'm like, that's him. That's him. That's my buddy. That's my buddy. Jim, he hates you.
I do want a fourth. I do want a fourth shot. I really do.
I know. I texted all the most cautious people I know about it. I'm like, aren't we supposed to get a fourth? And I'm like, you're supposed to tell me, like, why am I asking you?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I'm ready.
I know a guy that got it.
They're saying it like it's like overwhelms the system, or like you can have too much immunity type thing.
Oh, get out of
for
here.
mutations and shit.
Well, I know a dude that got it, and he's doing great.
Number 4?
He got number 4. He went in. He's young as hell. He's in his 20s. And he went into a CVS, and they were like, "Are you immunocompromised?" And he was like, "Of course." And then they just, boom, and he left.
Okay.
He's done.
All right, I'll do it.
Who wants to work again?
Wait, so is that anti-cap?
Who wants their kids educated?
Okay, Jim. We're just going to start sending our kids to the hippy-dippy liberal public schools now? Is that what we're doing? Is that who we're sticking up for? The public schools where they program you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The people that bought into that.
That's what it sounds like he's saying, in a way. He's like, I want to go back to public school. It's like, you're not supposed to send your kid to public school, Jim.
He's making fun of the people, though. These are the SEALs. The SEALs go to public school.
That's true.
He sends his kids to probably some George Washington camp or something.
The Navy SEALs.
Military school. No, he sent her to regular college, right? And she came back
liberal
and said, "You're doing Chinese stereotypes
That's
at the
exactly what
at the fucking restaurant, Dad."
Yep. Now he's doing his like, yeah, man, I'm killing. 4 minutes in.
It's also hold on. It's just that's so divisive to me. What I hate the most about him is he says he has the biggest heart ever and he loves everybody more than anything. He's only doing this because love and connection and that we create hate. And he is just resistant to just getting along with us. Nobody says you have to be like anything. You simply have to not fight against and try to kill people for living how they want to do, for doing what they want.
I don't understand. We've gotten to this point now where there are a lot of people who are super cautious of COVID, and I think that's smart. And I try to do some stuff that,
sure,
like I guess
we can all improve.
We could all improve, but like I am also like not mad at the most cautious people.
No,
I'm totally like, if that makes you feel good, then wear your mask outside, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have any ill will towards any of those people.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't either.
I don't.
It seems to make sense. I'm just reckless person, I'm just a human. So I'm like, and I've been very self-destructive my whole life. So I'm not going to change.
Right,
but I'm doing my best.
Being mad at people for doing what they think is right is crazy.
I know.
I don't get it.
It's just, and it is just the reluctance to listen to anybody else except for himself. He's like, I mean, the only common ground they have is the one that he sets up.
Yeah. People wearing a mask outside are
idiots, morons,
and evil. They're fucking me. They're fucking my life up.
Yeah.
Somehow.
They're trying to make me feel bad. They think they're so much fucking better than me. They think they're so fucking cautious. They think they care so much. They don't care. Yeah. What about the people that can't go to fucking work right now, man?
Yeah.
What about people paying taxes, man? What about restaurants, man?
It's kind of just, it really comes off as like, he comes off as and this is a word I've been using a lot lately, mean. He just comes off as like a mean guy.
I have mean thoughts. You have mean thoughts. You have the first thought you have. Something happens. You just think bitch, and then you're like, no. What's the funny thing to say? Right? Like, it's like there's mean thoughts about every person. There's ways you can go after anybody, but it's all. I just don't like that he won't claim the meanness and the villain. I wish they would be. I like when they're villains.
Yeah,
Steven Crowder's a fucking villain, and he's gonna die in like a hospital bed, saying, that
COVID's fake.
Yeah, COVID's fake. He'll be dying from COVID. But I just don't like his hippy dippy. I'm doing this. I don't like the fucking new age,
the spirituality,
the
that
spiritual
he says he
bullshit.
has.
Yes,
yeah.
And I care for everyone, and I'm concerned with everybody.
And he's not at all. At all.
It's the most selfish person on the fucking planet, and that's who he's performing for.
This is gonna be a Broadway play in 3 years.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh no! Little Jimmy got put on his dad's tuxedo jacket. He's interrupting the cocktail party. He's gonna do a little Frank Sinatra for us.
Yeah, he used to do that, and this is so stupid.
Guys been doing mouth sounds. That was maybe popular because nobody knew, but like in this day and age, people do way better mouth shit.
Michael Winslow. Why are you going to try and be Michael Winslow when there's a Michael Winslow out there?
He thought he was like the only guy that could do some of the most simple animal noises on the planet. He was the only guy at the party that would talk like a parrot or something.
Brett, he's the fucking guy who thinks he's the guy that was the first one to think to do an AC/DC impression.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, he is the...
Yeah.
Like, nobody else has thought to do an impression of AC/DC.
He thinks he invented cheeseburger quesadilla.
Yeah.
Which everybody falsely thinks that.
Yeah.
6 foot safe.
I would see this, though. If he got to make one and they gave him a lot of money to do real stage actors and stuff, I would love to see what goes on inside this fucking mind. I would love to see a visual representation.
I feel like we get to see
He's
what
doing
goes
it. You're right.
on
Okay,
in his
let me
brain.
sit back and watch. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Social distance, 6 foot safe.
Okay.
These 5 foot danger. 6 foot safe.
Again, nobody ever said that.
Danger. If you're 6 foot safe, I'm 5 foot danger. I'm coming to breathe on you.
I hate this so much. This
I'm
is
the grandma killer.
I mean, even Dane Cook did it better than this.
Thank you.
Dane Cook really did the dinosaur pose way better than you ever did.
I know. Dane Cook is better than Jim Breuer by like a million times.
Yeah,
and
he squashed you, man.
And let me tell you, that thing.
That's hard to say.
That thing Dane Cook said when he did that special in MSG in the round is truly one of the worst experiences of my life watching that.
What'd he say?
Dane Cook, he did a special in the round at Madison Square Garden. Me and my wife and a bunch of my friends got together and we were so excited for it. We treated it like an event, like a wrestling pay-per-view or something like that. And I just remember everybody sitting in the room, like, 45 minutes in. Is this all? Is this it? Is this all it's going to be?
Yeah.
15, every 15 minutes or so.
People are like, it's this. Oh, it's this. I better settle in.
Maybe I
need to switch my snack and drink up because I thought it was going to be like a funnier thing.
Maybe I don't like this chunk. I'll wait till the next, I'll jump back on the next chunk and then boom.
I think it's pretty cerebral. I don't think I should be mad at it right now. I think it's pretty cerebral if you think about it. Like, he's got all of this thinking and talking about it.
And I would watch that special 1,000 times before I would watch this special.
What did Dane say about it?
About COVID?
No, about that thing. About the round. I thought you were...
Orgasm?
No,
or
never
the thing
mind.
in the round? No.
I thought he said something about it. That's why you brought it up.
No, it's just one of the worst,
The biggest flops in
specials
comedy
I've
history,
ever
yeah.
seen. And I remember everybody who saw it being like, it was like this one night. It was a big event on fucking HBO. And I just remember like the very next day was when people were like, I don't like Dane Cook no more.
Yeah, they just threw it all away. All their Sufi foam fingers in the trash overnight.
It took
People turn
one
on
night.
you.
I know. And Jim, luckily, is doing conservative stuff.
Yeah, he can get they have to like it.
I know.
And they're simpletons. I mean, this is such a... I mean, I know... Here's the thing. When I have a regular conversation with people, a lot of folks stay in one place. I will bend over a chair, or I will get on the floor, or I will, like, reach over something to articulate something that's happening in my story that I'm telling a person. That it's really not that cool.
No. Here's more.
It's just being loud at a party. It's just being the loud person at a party. You're just the loudest person there. No one else can think. And so some guy has come up with a West Side Story where the 5-footers are against the 6-footers. And it's like, That's a 70-year-old fucking reference, which is why you're performing for conservatives, Jim Breuer.
And yes, people do not like that guy at a party. He is probably gets away with all of this stuff when he's out in public because he's the loudest. He doesn't stop and he just lets them go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Psychic Gasoline is absolutely right. He would kill at a church.
Yes.
Because he doesn't say anything.
I know.
There's no cussing. And it's just pretend. It's a guy that pretends to be like animals and just twists his face up.
It would be good for kids. Like if he
Yeah.
didn't do like some of the more like offensive stuff that he does, like maybe doing this at a fucking school, like at an assembly at school, like that's the level he's always been. I'm sorry. He's always been at assembly at school level.
Yeah. Hey kids, what if there was a dubstep goat boy?
Yeah. If he would just quit needing to be transphobic and stuff like that.
I know, just can't get it out of him. Just like, that bothers me. Who you are bothers me. I'm the most loving, caring person in the world. I'm looking at you, you're living your life, you're being who you want to be, and it's just bothering me.
It makes
I fucking
me so,
hate it.
Yeah, I hate
I'm
it.
sad for you because in my mind, I feel sorry for you, and that means you have a bad life.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
that part isn't even like a West
Fuck the
Side.
stool, fuck the stool, fuck the stool.
Oh, here he goes. Now he's doing a back away gimmick.
Listen to the rules.
Yeah, it'd be horrible if there were rules in the world.
He's like,
Come the
he's
governors.
like, Angus Young will come in and just be like, doon, 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 doon. We don't like the rules. We don't go to school. Yeah. Great.
This is 5-year-old.
Like, dude, I'm just a guy in Ohio, and I know how to do this.
This is 5-year-old
We
level
have
humor.
no rules
Yeah.
and regulations.
Okay, now we got Nazis.
Goose stepping,
He's doing the goose stepping,
which they
yeah.
like to do.
He's kind of like Ace Ventura, not Jim
He's
Carrey.
a little.
Ace
He's no
Ventura.
rubber face. But yeah, just the character Ace Ventura, not Jim Carrey, not the thespian and artist Jim Carrey, just Ace Ventura.
Like imagine you were at a party and Ace Ventura showed up.
Yeah,
how
and you're just like,
miserable you'd
"Fuck,
be,
guys."
How it would be the worst.
No, don't let him hit that stuff. No. Get him out of here. He needs to get out of here. He needs to be out of here.
You'd have to leave
Who
the party.
the fuck brought this guy?
Yeah.
Why is
Yes.
there a guy jumping up on the counter pretending to be a fucking dinosaur right now?
That is who he's Ace Ventura. He's,
Yeah.
he's fucking 100%. Like I've never seen somebody act the way he
Fondue.
acts.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, for sure. I bet you. And at the party, like everybody wants to do something. Like, hey, we're gonna play a game, and he's like, why play a game? I like to have stimulating conversations.
Yes.
And then he just fucking
Oh,
steamrolls you.
God, yeah.
Yeah. You can't fucking do anything except for look at him.
Let's treat this like a salon.
Yeah.
A salon where, I deny people's existence.
We shall determine who may go at your house and who shall have a muffin.
This is also, I one time heard, I heard an old guy on a podcast one time. He said he used to be able to give German people a lot more shit when he was younger. He was like, we fucking hated German people so much.
Yeah.
We called them krauts and like, we'd fucking, we were like outwardly mean to them. He's like, but that's changed a lot these days. And that's his, once again, puts his humor about right after the war. He's doing post-war 45 to 60. If he was like in Vegas, he would have been in the Rat Pack.
He can't. The problem with Vegas is that if he was going to get a residency, it basically it would have to be like Gatlinburg or Branson.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's Vegas.
He could do
level.
Gatlinburg for sure. No, I meant yeah.
Yeah.
But he's pretty much stuck in 1950s.
Oh, yeah.
He's stuck in basically his childhood, and that's what the norms are.
It's like that goddamn stupid Rob Zombie Monsters trailer that
God.
came out today that looks like one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I saw that you said you weren't even willing to say it looked good as a bit.
I know.
That's
did you
shocking.
watch it?
That's really no. I will never. I could never.
Dude.
Not after I read that.
That
scares me more than anything.
Okay, it's really hacky to say something because it's been going on forever. Looks like porno, right?
Okay.
But I'm going to say this. It looks like internet porno. It doesn't even look like the old film porno where they worked hard on it and all that stuff. It just looks like stepsister porno. It looks so bad, dude. It looks like video. It looks like Friday the 13th. Not Friday the 13th. So when Friday the 13th came out, right, a bunch of people decided to make horror movies. And like some of the most famous ones are ones that you might not have ever heard of because it was just somebody filmed them on a VHS and then you would go to the video store and it would be there and you'd rent it because of the box art. It was always famous. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like...
Well, that sounds perfect for him.
Dude. Well, I would love to see you see this. I would do anything for your reaction to how bad it looks. Bad in a way that you will never be. Like I said, not even as a bit. I can't even as a bit say it looks good.
Why would you like it though?
Exactly. Why would anybody? It's the fucking monsters.
But I have a lot more cringe in me when it comes to creepy, ghouly stuff. I like Elvira and like spider webs and like people that drive hearses and stuff, you know.
But you think
I like go to like oddities festivals and shit.
No, I get it.
I go to goth night.
I think that's really cool and fine. But you like the monsters?
I like Kimmy. I like Impossible Kimmy Schmidt. I like One Day at a Time. I like corny shit too. So.
You like the monsters? The monsters. I
know, never the monsters in my life. It didn't make any sense. It was that seems like dead. That was like a grandparents thing.
Yeah, everybody that likes that's exactly it. Everybody that likes the monsters is dead, and this guy makes a movie about the monsters. It's the people in the chat saying I love the monsters.
No, someone said they're the working class Addams family. Barbelodian.
Let me explain this too. I don't like the Addams family either.
See, that's bullshit. Now that's unacceptable. And Gomez and Morticia is like the relationship goals of all time.
Somebody who replied to me on this actually did say that like the Addams family only works now, like with Wednesday Addams and stuff like that, because they made the original one 30 years ago or in the 90s when it was closer to the time.
Dude, the Mamushka is still fucking good, dude. If you have a kid and you watch it, the old ones are still fucking funny.
No, I get it. I'm saying that like the monsters though,
but the
90s, not something that's been
that was 1947. Yeah, that was Jim Brewer's time,
and it hasn't been in people's like zeitgeist.
Nobody knows,
so you can't do it.
Yeah, you're right. It would be like making like a Cupid doll TV show for kids or something.
Yeah, you can't even make a fucking Care Bears TV show without doing some extensive lore building.
Yeah, you have to do a lot more.
You know?
Yeah, there has to be
it's a lot of work. You know?
And remember, if you see any children playing uns outside together,
nobody ever said that. This was never a thing.
Them and their parents.
He's got like a Michael Phelps thing going on where like Michael Phelps has a really long torso. This dude has so much extra skin on his fucking face. Like, it's not fair. He's like a Shar-Pei. Like, if he just moves his shit anywhere, it's just wrinkles and like craziness.
Old Michael Phelps torso face.
Yeah, old Michael Phelps.
Yo, Michael Phelps torso face looking motherfucker.
Exactly.
For your safety!
Okay, so he's been doing the German thing for a while. But
this is also something Donald Duck used to do this, and they thought it was funny too in like 1939.
Yeah, it was great. They would be like
the Nickelodeon. You go see a Nickelodeon, and Donald Duck would be goose stepping.
There's the cockatoos.
Oh man.
Watch the news. Watch the news.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I grew up with a bird. Did your grandma have birds in her house?
Hell no.
My grandma had a bird in her house the whole time. She talked to that bird. That was her only fucking friend. Conservative as hell. She died. Her only friend was that fucking bird.
The Quinby family was extremely anti-bird. Like all of it.
Yeah.
I remember asking like, because, you know, I found parrots to be magical.
Oh, for sure.
And I also wanted a myna bird because I learned about myna birds. They said they can really do the impression.
Yeah.
You know, they can sound more close to it.
Sure.
And I remember just, you know, I asked my parents when we were getting a dog, like one of the times I was like, why don't we just get a fucking bird,
you know,
man? They can talk.
You know, dog chow to bird seed. I think it's a better deal to go with the myna.
Thank you. And my stepmom and my dad was just like, there will never be a bird in this house.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid to put a cage over top of a bird's head.
It's
like,
bad.
just
It's
not,
sad
never,
as hell.
ever, don't do that.
Saying don't fly, bird. What's majestic about a bird is how they can fly. They're the only beings on
like
the
they
planet
can get away from us. You're down here with us where it sucks, goddammit. You're stuck. Now you see what we see and you live what we live. You eat our little pellets that we go, because we get pellets for ourselves from the pellet store and we buy you pellets from the pellet store. We convinced my mom to get us one from the damn grocery store from Myers. We had a bird, we called it Dewey because it was like electric lemonade. It looked like Mountain Dew, like the color of a Mountain Dew bottle. So we named it Dewey. And it went for a while. Like, me and Jenna promised to God that we would take care of it, and it was just my mom. Once again, your mom just becomes best friends with that bird, and it's like, I'm so sorry what my family did to you.
Yeah, it's like the fucking goddamn gerbil I had to play with every once in a while.
Well, my mom sat on my gerbil.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she came home from work and just plopped on the couch, and that motherfucker got broke.
Gwen wanted one so fucking bad, and we got her one, and then she was like, ew, it's creepy. It looks like a mouse, and then never looked at it again. And then I had to just...
She didn't know what...
I guess not.
What did she want?
I don't know.
A cartoon?
Yeah, probably.
A stuffed animal? A Zuzu pet?
Yeah, and so I ended up having to fucking play with the stupid thing. Or go in there and just because I felt bad what we were doing to it.
Yeah, you got to be like, sorry, bro, man, you got a rough deal. Some kids like really are excited about this and are responsible, but that's not my family.
Yeah, no.
Our friends just got some guinea pigs too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
They can get bad.
But they're good ones. But they're also, I'm worried about the love them to death.
That also is an issue.
They're very easy to just scare into having a heart attack very quick when you just squeeze them too much.
We had guinea pigs.
You're the best. I'm going to throw you in the air.
We had guinea pigs, and we also had a pet rat at one point.
Oh, yeah, Jason, just none of this should never
Jason was the rat king.
Rats are great, yeah.
Yeah, he had one.
They're fun.
His name was
big ass nuts just sitting out there in front of everybody like they don't give a fuck.
His name was Sport, and we loved that goddamn thing. We had a rat, 2 dogs, and some sea monkeys.
Okay. Oh, we had sea monkeys too.
Oh yeah.
I want to get some for Charlotte. Yeah, I want to try to get some for
Let's
Charlotte.
see if we can find them. They're powdered animals.
Yeah,
basically
reconstituted animals. They're like shrimp chips if you boil them in water.
We love a powdered animal. It's called evolution, Holmes.
Yeah. We're gonna be drinking plankton water at some point. Probably we have to just take a whole sea monkey brine, throw it in a glass of water, and drink it down.
Yeah.
Trust the experts. Trust the experts.
Oh God, why would we do that?
Yeah,
like, why would we ever do something like that?
I guess I do feel that in some ways. Like, we don't trust the experts on a lot of stuff when it comes to like poverty and when it comes to economics and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I do have to say, in the realm of bodies, they're so fucking weird and so fucked up. And I've been alive for not even as long as he has.
Yeah.
And they do the craziest shit ever.
I mean,
they're very unpredictable what happens with diseases and who gets them and how they're distributed. You know, like, you can become disabled very quickly. And COVID is like one of those things that can just move you into like a permanently disabled.
Right. And
tally.
I also have to say that, like, for a lot of things, there is no, for when you talk about economics, when you start talking about sociology and stuff like that, there is not a really objective truth in that department.
Yeah, no one can look at the antibodies of the fucking working class and prescribe a solution.
Or history. Like, history isn't objective. You know, I get yelled at by my father-in-law because I don't believe that there is an actual objective history, that it's just stories told from different perspectives that you have to kind of try to piece together to figure out what went on, which is probably what most historians think.
Sure.
But like, when it comes to epidemiology and a lot of that stuff, there is kind of an objective truth. You know what I mean? There is a truth when it comes to, I don't know, when you get the disease so the vaccine will prevent you from serious illness or death.
Yeah.
And it helps, but it doesn't stop you from getting sick. That is a fact, though, that it stops you from, that it's stopping most people from serious illness or death. So, like, I don't know why he feels like listening to experts talk about something that you absolutely don't know shit about is such a stupid, like, idiot person thing to do, you know?
I mean, I don't know better than doctors.
No.
And even like the most conservative education is like doctors, right? They're like the cream of the crop.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do one more little thing here, and then we're going to get out of here because I got to take a shower.
Cockatoos, why are they
news?
Conquest of Head asks a good question. What is about cockatoos? Is it just because they like repeat stuff? Because they're caged animals,
and that's what the
domesticated.
News does.
Oh, because they're just parrot shit.
Yeah,
it's a parrot, but
there is a part in this.
Parrot? Did he already do parrot?
Yeah, there is a part in this that we're not going to get to. That maybe if I come back next week, I'll play a little bit of it. There is a part in this where he talks about you should look into who is funding the CDC and Dr. Fauci, and I was like, isn't the United States funding the CDC and Dr. Fauci? Like, isn't it like tax money that pays for those things? I guess corporate money does get in there somehow, but I don't think Pfizer is funding the CDC. It's a government agency.
Yeah.
You know? So
I mean, there's corruption in every part of government.
Exactly.
I mean, that's why these people get in with anything, you know. But I don't think that means to say that the vaccine doesn't work, though. I think there's unequivocally, even anecdotal patio bar evidence. I'm not talking about any sort of science. I'm talking about me going to concerts.
Same.
Yeah. It's unequivocally true that vaccine helps you out a fucking lot.
Yeah, it does, for sure. All right, here we go.
Trust the science. Trust the science. CDC. Dr. Fauci.
These guys
mask
hate
on,
Dr.
mask
Fauci.
off, 2 shots, 1 shot, mask on, 2 masks. Comply.
6 foot safe.
I cannot believe
It is for your safety.
This is a very messy show you're coming up with here.
We're 7.5 minutes into this show.
This is how it starts.
This is the first 7 minutes of the show.
No, but he's talking about he's referencing that in the future there will be a musical about COVID.
Yes.
And he's acting it out.
Yes.
And this is the opening number.
7 minutes. The first 7.5 minutes of the show is that.
Anything is going to be people doing cockatoo noises saying to believe the government.
Oh,
That's going to
okay.
be the biggest Tony Award winning musical in 2024.
Thank you, Irate Lump. They're pretending that the Chinese government is funding Fauci and the CDC. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I know conservatives have always do that. It's like, it's a damn shame what China's done to everybody. They try to get on your side when they're like, yeah, I know you take COVID seriously. You should blame for that is China.
Oh, Slam Bob said at least he doesn't do the sheep bleeding thing. He does.
Oh yeah,
he actually does that.
That's
later
the closer. I mean, come on. That was from Saturday Night Live. We saw that on TV. We're not going to get that in the opening. We saw it on TV.
Let me show you something.
That's the closer. We want to see the TV stuff in real life.
I just want to hit you with what I'll let you guys. I'm going to let you guys all hear.
Oh God,
how he ends the show before we get out of here.
A1C3A1B2 says the concession workers at that place, though. Imagine how bad it was working that fucking
So
thing.
we can heal our minds
sorry.
and souls.
No tips.
Oh no. So here's the end of the show. You don't need to show it. It's just, this is how he closes. This is the last 20 seconds of this special. Here we go.
All media is your enemy. Use your mind, your common sense. Love, spirituality, love and laughter for all. Turn it off so we can heal our minds and souls.
Such a fucking coherent message from a guy that just called everyone that believes in virus germ theories an R word.
They did. It's what it is. It's what it is.
I'm doing namaste. I'm only doing this for peace and love.
Yeah.
Well, assalamu alaikum.
Don't ever listen to any media.
Coexist. Don't trust media ever. Don't ever do anything to prevent the spread of infection. It's all fake. Germs are fake. We're all put here for a divine meaning, right? Is that what it is? We're Bible characters so that nothing affects us? Is that That's the only logic I can come up with from that, right?
I mean, saying
you're the hero, you're the center of the story, so like you don't ever get sick and die. Other people get sick and die. Like that's a fake shit that the government does to make you feel bad that like a super spreader event happened at a wedding and like 6 or 7 Meemaws and Paps were taken out.
Yeah, and we've been yelling about common sense on this show from day one. Because
never common sense.
That's what
there's
stupid
none.
people say exists.
No,
there isn't that.
I don't agree with. As soon as you start saying there's common sense, I'm like, not with you.
No.
As soon as you start throwing that word around, I do not think that exists.
Yeah, me and you definitely.
We don't. There's nothing between us that's common.
Yeah, when a conservative says it's just common sense, I look at him and be like, oh no, we're not seeing eye to eye on this sense.
Yeah,
it's
not common about it.
Yeah.
There's actually like some headbutting we need to do.
Yeah, but I do love that he says don't listen to any media at all, as though he's out. He's just a sage man speaking from on top of a mountain.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They're all trying to poison us. Everybody's lying to you except for me. I'm the only person that tells the truth. We are all secret saviors of the entire universe, and we have a very special relationship. I need your money. We're chosen by God. Yeah.
Here's something. Before we go, we're going to get out of here right now. Hopefully a cult starts that he's the leader of, because that would be the group of the dumbest people on the history of the planet. But the audience is losing their shit.
No, they want to hear this.
So he could start a cult. We should look out for that. Like if he starts saying like I'm buying, like if he starts buying residential properties, let's fucking, stop him from doing that, because I think he's headed down.
You think we got to pinch the bud before it flowers?
I mean, imagine what he's going to be like when his wife dies. And
he's going to be on some sort of righteous crusade for sure.
Exactly. He makes me nervous.
He might be, 2024 if he goes hardcore.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, that is the show.
The dumbest people ever are armed to the teeth.
He's a president. He's going to be the president. God damn it, Jim. But, hey, let me just say this. If he becomes president, I'll be really happy for the State of the Union for the first time in a very long time. I don't watch any States of the Union. But if Jim Breuer is the president, that's a State of the Union. Could you imagine him up there? You got the fucking Speaker of the House and the Vice President behind you, and you're standing up there going, read. Everybody's telling you to do this, but you're doing this. Read.
That's our guy, Jim Breuer.
Jimmy.
If you want to get the last of those pre-orders for the shirt, store.streetfightradio.com. Big Bill Haywood, Marks of Capital all over my body. Tank and t-shirt available for pre-order. If you got the yellow shirt, the off-white ripoff, that is shipping this week. I have to fold them all up myself, and they will be coming to you, but they're on the way. Thanks for being patient. If you ever order anything from us, don't expect like Amazon numbers or anything like that. Just, you'll get it. We don't squelch on deals, but
hey, also the Patreon last week, a lot of people really enjoyed the what I'm calling Cringe Shocktober, which was only Opie, Greaseman, and Man Cow. People really enjoyed that. This week starts my new series. It is a movie review series. I'm looking at some of the classic movies out there. Remakes. Classic, though. Remakes of classic movies. This Friday, you will get the remake of Point Break.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Oh, wow. Next week, you will get the remake of Red Dawn. And then the week after that, you will get the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. And the guests are, I got Jesse Hawken tonight. I got Brett for Red Dawn. I got Eric Peacock for Nightmare on Elm Street. I got Jesse Farrar for Total Recall. Just a fucking murderer's row of people to talk about these fucking movies that are going to be tough to watch. So There you go.
All right. Peace, y'all. Have a good night. It's Street Fight.